So Sean,
Okay.
we're gonna show your status update. And so if you will speak through that for us, let us know where we are. Any additional supports that you need. You have team members that are on the call. So we're gonna listen as you walk us through and let us know where we are and anything else that you may need. The team will ask questions if they need clarification, all right?
Thanks, Andre. Yeah, so within our requested strategic response needs, the first two are around written expression. We asked for 2 hours of extended after-school structured weekly collaborative planning, and that did begin on December 2nd. We have 12 teachers participating. It's supported through myself, my assistant principal, my teaching partner, and Jim Hogan is supporting with math as well. It's going to continue with through March, and it's, you know, the first two meetings we've had have been very successful. Teachers have been able to thoughtfully plan, analyze exemplars, unpack standards, and it just gives them the structure to be able to plan effectively with our resources. And so we are definitely meeting our goal with that need right now. The second need was around focusing on the Common Core shifts, the language demands, rigorous tasks, and written expression. On December 6th, we had the opportunity to have a literacy walk with many representatives from the district. Elizabeth Fitzgerald, teaching partner, Dalia Mohammed, some SPED representatives, Carol Dallas from GT. And we did a literacy walk of all of our classrooms and determined that although most of our teachers were providing grade level content to all students, we didn't see a lot of differentiation for the many different language levels that we have, as well as challenging material, more rigorous for our GT students and special education students. And so based on that learning walk, we are engaging in professional development in the second half of the year around how to differentiate for students without losing the rigor of the grade level standards. And we'll have all of those representatives who are mentioned on the literacy walk. They'll be joining us on the 6th to do a consultancy protocol with all of our teachers, ensuring that all students have access points to the content, but that they're also differentiated and in expected outcomes for the content. And so that is definitely on track as well. Within the second need around tiered instruction, we talked about professional development for differentiating for GT and above readers. That's being addressed in the previous need that I just talked about. And then finally, within after-school tutoring to target groups, that was unfortunately not funded, and so that one has not been, that has not started. So that is where Knoll is with strategic response.
All right, any questions from the team, clarifications?
I just have one clarification. Sean, I know in our conversations we talked about the funding streams in order to support the first one. In the notes it says it was funded through Northwest Community Funding. I made a specific request to Andre to insert more money in my core budget as a result, so it truly was strategic. It's just minor detail, but it truly came from strategic response based on a specific request to Andre.
Thanks for the clarification, Gary. Yeah, we're meeting you guys halfway on that funding, so thank you.
Correct, yep. And can you talk through your diagnostic data that shows indications of progress? I see the notes below. Can you talk through that with the team?
Well, much of the strategic response are things that are going to be supporting the data that we found from our mid-year. So I don't want to say that it's a result of what's been happening, but it is the work that we are moving forward with that I talked about is in response to the data that we're seeing. So our diagnostic preliminary data overall in grades 2nd through 5th grade, at the beginning of the year, we had 6% proficiency in language arts, and this December mid-year, we're at 22% proficiency. Within math proficiency, we started at 12%, and at the middle of the year, we're at 25%. However, diving into the data, we're not seeing as much growth as we need to be seeing from some of our students who are identified with special needs. Our GT students aren't growing as much, and we have many language learners who aren't growing as much as other students. And so that's why we are designing the PD that we're designing to support those students so that teachers are addressing those gaps within their content. Same thing with our interim data. I can't see it on my screen, but language arts went from proficiency from 10%. You guys can read that there. And then in math, 19% to 35%. And so we are seeing gains, but we're not seeing the gains that we expect, and we're not seeing it from all students. And so that's where our attention is going to go in the next semester, is how are we really meeting the needs of, you know, those students who definitely need that differentiation during the school day.
Any additional questions from those that are on the call? All right, Sean, anything else that you need from us as we get ready for a second semester?
No, just the continued support from the district personnel who have identified, who have been very willing to support us, and we appreciate it.
All right, if you just keep us updated via your status report, that'd be perfect.
All right, thanks, Andre.
All right, thanks.
All right.